Well, here to discuss that and more is the Lieutenant Governor of Louisiana, Billy Nungesser. Mr. Lieutenant Governor, welcome to the show. Let's just quickly get your response. And we're all grieving for what happened in your state, in that fabulous city. And it's heart-wrenching and outrageous that this terrorist struck. Unfortunately, it looks like there were maybe some preventative measures that were not deployed that day on a major tourist event. And now we have the head of the police force in that city saying she didn't realize that those tools even existed. What's your response to that?
Outraged, angry. Since I got elected lieutenant governor, we've been fighting with the administration to make the French Quarter safer. And it wasn't until Jeff Landry put a state police troop in the French Quarter we saw great progress to save the French Quarter before this incident. And her lack of leadership from the top on down to know those barricades were taken out with New Year's in the Sugar Bowl is unacceptable.
Yeah, they were apparently upgrading security for the Super Bowl, which is fine. It makes sense to do that. But then leaving that area filled with tourists vulnerable on such a huge day, New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day, the football game, as you mentioned, obviously a terrible failure. There have been critics pointing this out now for a number of days, prompting this response. I want to read this to you. This is from the mayor's office in New Orleans, quoting, "The city of New Orleans will not be distracted by outside commentary and welcomes everyone to join the positive efforts of the unified command partners." Outside commentary, Lieutenant Governor, that seems like they're kind of poo-pooing this or minimizing it.
I've been working with her administration for 8 years to put a plan together to manage the quarter. She couldn't even give out a garbage contract to get the quarter cleaned up before Sugar Bowl. The city council had to give out an emergency contract because she gave it to someone that wasn't in that business. For 2 years, we've been trying to get the post around Jackson Square replaced. There is no protection to Jackson Square. I put a video out yesterday. You can drive through that pedestrian mall around Jackson Square by the St. Louis Cathedral without even stopping. A car can run right through there. It's absurd, her lack of leadership, while she travels the world and leaves this city unprotected. Everyone should be outraged.
Well, I just want to ask you quickly, finally, in the months to come, as you mentioned, the Super Bowl is coming. There's going to be Mardi Gras, as there is every year. Are you confident by those major events that tourists and people should feel safe in the city of New Orleans moving forward?
Our Governor Jeff Landry, just like he put the state police in the quarter, I have no doubt he will take charge of this and make this the safest city and be the safest Super Bowl ever. I have all the confidence in the governor. He's been leaning forward since elected to clean up the quarter and make it safe. And I think he will take charge of this and make it happen.
All right, Mr. Lieutenant Governor, again, our hearts go out to everyone down in Louisiana in that affected community. Thank you so much for your time this morning.